Let's see. All right. Sorry, let's adjust myself. It's a very good morning, I guess, to everybody out there. See, when I wake up, then I say good morning. I don't care. It's Los Angeles 357 Magnum. That garbage. I remember when I used to drink. You know, I don't drink anymore. I'm almost 2 3/4 years, closing in on 3 years now. The cheapest shit you could buy was this Magnum malt liquor. Oh my god. I don't even think I drink that when I was. But I remember the Schlitz was not bad. Technically, the malt liquor for the price was pretty good. But you know, those days are all over, man. I don't even care to go to dabble in that shit. Just leads back down the wrong road. For a gambler, it's the same thing. Oh, I could just take $100 down to the casino. It's not going to hurt me. Not the way I'm wired. And a couple days later, I gotta bring 500 with all my whatever I got. It's like, well, I guess the topic of this is like, well, no snow. It's kind of funny. I should do a topic on this that, you know, um, objects may seem smaller than they appear, or the other way around, I should say. The objects, well, no, because I've heard of this, in the pro wrestlers, you see them on TV or whatever. You say, how big can these guys be? And then when you meet these guys, it's even that Gilbert, that guy, like that guy is a parody on Bill Goldberg. When I first saw this Bill Goldberg guy come out, shape. He's not a huge bodybuilder or anything like that. And I was at WrestleMania 20. I was at the Manhattan Hilton, and it's some of them, I guess, were staying there. They came into the back entrance. He fucking walked right by me, tapped me on the shoulder, and I looked at it. It was Bill Gold. It was like 6'4", maybe more. Like 240, 250, maybe more. I don't know. It was big. It was a big friend. Like it was like, oh, no, it's a big motherfuckers, man. Also, Bob Holly, like fuck. I thought, no, they're big dudes. They're fucking big. They're tall and they're pretty good size. They're not immense bodybuilder size, but they're good for that size. And I said, look at this guy. Looks like a clown. Coming out. He's like a retarded. He doesn't speak or anything, and doesn't look that tall or nothing. But the dude is 6 feet, okay? I think he's like 212, 10 pounds or something like that. But he's 6 feet. Um, now of course, I listened to him on an interview. He says, yeah, I look really small because all the guys that they put me in there with are 6'4", 6'5". They're built, they're big, of course. Triple H, if you look when you're really built, it's maybe sorry, the lights went out in Georgia, man. I guess I don't know what it is. It's my outlet. I have an outlet that's upstairs, and sometimes for some reason around this time, I guess would never. I don't know what to do because I plug light that I use into another outlet. Lighting, it's not good. Why don't you get another lighting? You know, I'm gonna. I'll address all sorts, but yes, why don't you get like a real nice bed? Why don't you get like a couch? Why don't you get all these things? Make your place, fix your place. See, the thing is, and my mom is the same thing. Well, you live in a good area. She doesn't understand. This is poor thinking process. Not your place. You don't know it's not a condo house. It's government housing. There's a big difference. It's county owned property. You, you're not, and so when you really make it for, it just shows that you are relinquishing. You can't do any better. Like that's all you're ever gonna have, kind of thing. So I intentionally that way and finally move, figure out some way to step up in life and get out of this. It'll be easy. I can throw out all this garbage in this place, which I don't even know. It's like stuff you accumulated over your life. So it's like you feel like you're throwing your life away, kind of in a way. But I guess if it doesn't have sentimental value, excuse me, and or any type of monetary value, then what are you keeping it for? Like research. I mean, look, I got like in my place a lot of papers, a lot of like videotapes of things that uh, what else? Like clothes, sport coats. Not that much though. Like it's I did this intentionally. I'm not a hoarder. I'm not a hoarder. So just in case I finally, let's say I get a good deal, I finally find a good place in Vegas with markets and gyms, and things, then I don't need like a truck, to move all my shit. I sleep on a cot by design. I guess I can always buy another one if I move that far away. I have an electric scooter I haven't used in the long. When the brakes doesn't work, but I just, they go for like $800, maybe even less. Myself, this is all, yeah, I got a friend, he moved boxes. All that shit. Oh, it's pictures and wait, how much shit do you really need? Minimalist. I like the idea of downsizing, not having. Still have all this stuff. I remember that day's over. It's never going to come back again. You could relive the memory in your mind that you did. But I mean, look, I had a white suit that I wore to Disco Fever 3 at the Hollywood Bowl. I bought it in downtown. It was a cheap white suit. Literally, things started falling apart the night I wore. The button falls off. And I sweated my ass off. The thing fell up. It was a garbage. It was like $60. The of the night. That's all that matters. I think I have like an ad for it somewhere. But my point is that like it doesn't matter. People like to try to hold on to something. I shared that in some of my earlier in the clips, and it's kind of cool to have a couple photos and things. But it's really just the experience. That forgot where I was. Oh, okay. So guys, so it's like compared to Triple, yeah, Triple H. This is like when China was alive, they match comes out this Gilbert, and they start laughing their asses off. Now China, was a good sized woman, bigger than that, but often um, tend to. I mean, that's generally what it is. So, Gilbert guy to be out like because there's a huge, that guy is not a body, so anybody, unless you're, really something, you're gonna look really small compared to those people of that size. I mean, they're, you know. So, but he had that was his gimmick, like I guess in his mind, I listened to him. He's like he doesn't laugh, That's what he said. Somebody remembered me by, and granted, he was the light heavyweight champion. So they had the light heavyweight title, which I thought used to be quite serious because I remember Blanco was a WWF champion, and it was kind of like um, a serious kind of thing, I guess, in the mid '90s, late '90s. But then it turned out to be a with that Gilbert guy. I remember I saw Dean Malenko in LA years back. Yeah, they were in Raw was in town or somebody was wearing a jacket. WWE his size too. The guy was no twerp. So don't be fooled by like I say, these guys. Now I sized myself up years ago. It's around that time they're all down, and like Jamie Noble, Fit Finley, William Regal, show Zena, um, and I sized myself up compared. I was as a bodybuilder, I was bigger than Jamie Noble, and Paul. Oh no, like Dave Batista, he was wearing like a dress shirt. And pumps up, forget about it. Like it was one of those kind of things. So, and that's what it is on stuff. And when they pump up, they think about it. If you're 250 knowledge and you take stuff and then you pump up, it's like whoa, like it's like I mean, like I said, I'm about 175 now, and when I pump up, it's kind of like whoa, you look bigger than you are. You're pumping up, Um, a lot of knowledge though. But again, I'm like, so it's like it's yeah, it's the shape and everything like that. But still, there's a difference between somebody 250 that pumps up and somebody 175, and especially if they got the good height with them and everything. It's you're gonna look up. Homie that was connected with WWE. He knows that not as big as that body. He's like 6'1", maybe 210, a little bit more. Lean's not bad. He's not bad, but he's not like 250. No, not like that. No, or Triple H was. Of course, when you come off that shit, you're gonna shrivel. You're gonna and see. I don't have to worry about that because I don't have that shit. So, but I definitely want to get like 200. I want to be there. Like that's height you can't do nothing with, but your weight and your muscle. And I just don't like being the more power you would have in your punches and your just overall building, But I don't need to compete here. I've always had issues with that because for a multitude of reasons. I'll tell you what personally what I don't like. I'm fairly white, so I don't like the idea, you have to tan, do all this crazy shit, and you gotta shave. And I know that sounds minuscule stuff, but you have to come in really, really lean, if you're a thing, and it's unhealthy to be that lean where you can see the muscle, the muscles clearly. This is not an anatomy chart, but that's what kind of like what you have to look like on a stage. Um, I don't like that idea. They're, they're, they've done all that kind of shit, so you're staying